Hey, Cupcake.
What happened?
Your husband arrested me.
In connection with the disappearance of Anthony Zakara.
Wait, but back up a second. Anthony Zakara disappeared?
Yeah.
And you think he had something to do with it?
Not just him.
Ridiculous. Do you have any idea how much in municipal taxes my family pays? You wouldn't have gas in your squad cars if it weren't for the Quartermains. Luke, do something.
Well, I'm sorry, Mama, but my hands are a bit tied up at the moment. Don't worry about this. We'll sort it out.
Wait, so Anthony Zakara disappeared. Is he dead?
We don't know that yet.
So there's no body. Why are you holding them?
We had a report of gunshots fired on the Quartermain property.
Who called that in?
Anonymous.
Well, that's suspicious. I used to live there, and there are no neighbors within hearing distance.
My daughter makes a good point.
Well, we still had to follow up on the report, and we found blood in the boathouse when we checked it out.
Anthony's?
Yes. We can't locate him, and he's obviously wounded.
Or he could be dead.
So what about them?
Padilla and I went to Johnny's to question him about Anthony's tires being shot out, and he suggested we look to your father and Tracy as suspects.
Johnny pointed you in our direction. Why?
Apparently, Anthony told him that he'd heard you two making threats on his life.
Oh,
Hello, hearsay.
Look, hey, I'm with you, okay? But when we went back to the property the second time to take another look, we found these two about to dispose of a gun. Look, ballistics is taking a look right now. And we'll
Look, we don't need ballistics. It's a simple misunderstanding. I can explain everything.
no, Tracy, you can't. Let's just hang back, let the police do their work.
Since when do you have such confidence in law enforcement?
Oh, this is not the time or the place.
Okay. Clearly, you think we murdered Anthony.
We never
Tracy.
said you murdered anybody.
Well, nothing could be further from the truth, because the last time we saw Anthony, he was alive and well. He was sipping iced tea on the terrace. You know, you saw him, right?
Is that true?
Well, I saw Anthony. I didn't speak to him. It would have been difficult if he was already dead.
I assume that belongs to Anthony.
Why would you assume that?
Why? Because he is the known gangster living on the property?
Right. So what were you doing with it?
Okay, Tracy, this would be a good time to zip it until I can talk to Alexis.
I agree.
I have no reason to zip it. I have nothing to hide. I hate guns. I stumbled across that one in the boathouse. I called Luke to help me dispose of it, and that's what we were doing when you came upon us.
All right, let's just see what ballistics has to say.
On it.
Don't go anywhere.
Hey, you know my dad. He does some crazy things.
Yeah, illegal things.
He's no murderer.
You know that for sure?
Yeah, you know what? If the guy was awful enough or he was some sort of a threat, maybe.
Like Anthony?
But he would be smarter about it. He wouldn't leave a corpse in plain sight or pass it off to be some sort of a drunk any more than you would hold on to the murder weapon. If my dad, hypothetically, murdered someone, he would do a better job at it.
I agree with you. I do. But Tracy is lying through her teeth. They are covering something up.
There's like a sickness with you, isn't it?
I'm not going to let them railroad us.
They won't have to. You're putting us on a bullet train to prison. Don't you understand that every desperate word that comes out of your mouth drops us deeper down into the dark dank doo-doo?
What do you want from me, Luke?
Silence, for starters.
They think I murdered Anthony. I did not, despite how many times I dreamed of it.
Or attempted it. Poison omelet, anyone?
Let's just tell him everything we know.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's tell the cops without a lawyer present that you asked me to hasta la vista, Papa Zapata.
Okay, we could leave that part out.
Yeah, let's go right to the part where I suggested we kidnap him and ship him off to a Uruguayan prison.
Let's leave that part out, too.
Right, and what's left? The two of us find him dead. We both think the other one killed him, so we move the body and then lose it. Which part of that sounds good to you? No more explanations. Don't say another word until the high-priced lawyer or Alexis gets here, or whoever the hell gets here first.
We haven't even made our phone call yet.
I know, but I can tell you what any good attorney is going to tell you. You have the right to remain silent, so take full advantage of that. What?
So is that about the gun?
What does it say?
It says it was fired, and recently, but only partial fingerprints.
Okay, well, that doesn't
Well, of course our fingerprints would be on it. Luke and I both handled that gun, but it doesn't mean that we shot Anthony.
Why did you invite Anthony to the boathouse?
I beg your pardon?
Recognize this?
Not really.
It's Anthony's cell phone. You sent him a pretty specific text message, not meet me at the house, but meet me at the boathouse with no further instruction.
Where'd you get that?
Johnny's house. We found it right after he told us about Anthony informing him about you two plotting to kill him.
That's... That's preposterous.
You know where the conversation took place? The boathouse. What do you think of that?
I'm not thinking about that. My mind can't wrap around that because I told you when Luke and
Not another word, Tracy, and I mean it.
Look, really, this will go so much quicker if you just answer some questions.
Nice try, son-in-law, but I know my rights. I'm done answering questions.
All right, book him.
book us.
And she's done answering questions without benefit of an attorney.
That too.
Who wants to go first?
Ladies, please.
Oh, thank you. Always a gentleman.
Ready?
Can't wait.
Sorry about this cupcake.
Don't cupcake me. There's more to the story, isn't there?
I just said that I am through answering questions.
I'm not a cop.
Close enough.
I want to help you, so you need to start talking like now, before it's too late.